you saying that's it? We just stop looking?
No. But we've been over the area again and again.
You're giving up, Lieutenant. You believe he's dead.
People have been missing for a lot longer than this and survived.
Is that what I tell my mother?
We're doing the best we can. I'm sorry.
You okay, Mum?
Oh, Sassy, it was so good. We were so happy. It's just like falling in love again. Oh, why did I have to try and make that phone call?
Don't blame yourself.
Who then, Jake Sanders? Harper mining just isn't worth it.
I've told you I will not discuss Sarah.
I'll take it out of your hands. You'll just have to get used to it. I'll have one word with Stephanie, and that'll be the end of it.
Don't bet on it. Any luck?
I'm sorry, but Jake Sanders has been too smart for the computer.
Well, that's damn convenient.
Dad, are you sure you can't trace them back to a vendor?
I'm sure.
And I'm sure Jake Sanders will be eternally grateful.
Are you suggesting that Cassie deliberately covered Sanders' tracks?
There's no other explanation. Or not any that makes any sense.
You can't accuse her of working for Jake without some proof.
I just did. You're fired, Miss Jones. And if ever I get any proof of this, I'll have no hesitation in going to the police.
For God's sake, Dad.
Don't you think, in fairness, you should at least speak to Mr. Sanders?
Oh, what's the point? The man's a liar.
In that case, I will. I've just been fired. So what are you going to do about it?
Tough, kid. Them's the breaks.
You're just going to sit there and let it happen?
Bill's the general manager. He does the hiring and firing around here.
I've been threatened with the cops because they can't trace that 2% you acquired.
Like I said, not my department.
You bastard.
So what else is new?
I want my job back.
I've told you, Bill does the hiring and firing around here. I can't overrule his decision, even if I wanted to.
You'll keep.
But you won't, darling. Bye-bye.
Did she make that mistake under instructions?
Now, why would you think that?
I'm asking you.
If I want something done, I don't use people who make mistakes. And you're pushing your luck, Sonny.
Come on, Tom. Let's get out of here.
No, I want a straight answer.
Get lost, Tom. Go on. Get lost. And remember, your new boss hasn't got a daughter who can protect your job.
Tom! Take it easy. Take it easy.
It's all right. It's all right. I tend to give as good as I get.
Both of you, cut it out.
Never start something you can't finish.
Don't worry. I'll finish it.
We'll see.
Thanks.
Hello, Cassie.
Hi, Angelo.
What would you like?
I'd like to kick someone's teeth in, but I'll settle for a scotch.
Coming right up. Any more news about Dr. Marshall?
Afraid not.
But they're still searching. Why does it always happen to the nice guys?
Funny you should say that. Thanks.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. It's downhill all the way for this lady, as of now.
What do you mean?
I just got fired. Cheers.
They can't do that.
Oh, yes, they can. Some of them got quite a buzz out of it.
Why? What happened?
I made a mistake.
What will Stephanie say?
Stephanie Harper's not in charge anymore.
It's still her company.
Not if Jake Sanders has his way.
Dennis won't let them do this to you. He cares about you, Cassie. He's not going to just sit back and see you get this kind of deal.
Poor Dennis. He better watch his back, too.
So you're just going to let them do this to you, without a fight?
Perhaps not.
It's not a matter of money, Mum. There's just only so much they can do.
And they think it's hopeless anyway.
No one wants to think that, let alone say it.
They've scaled down the search. There's still a chance.
I understand.
It's probably not much consolation. They've still got us. She had to face it sometime, Sass.
I know. At least they had those few days together. They were really happy, brother.
What next?
We can't rush her about going home.
With Sanders running Harper's, there's not much to go home to.
She can still fight back.
Not if she doesn't care anymore.
You'll have to make her care about something.
I'll see you later.
So, what do you expect me to do about it?
I covered up for you.
No. You did that for Jake. Talk to him.
I already have.
Well, if the chairman of the company can't get you your job back or protect you from prosecution, what makes you think I can do anything about it?
He's only chairman because you betrayed your sister by giving him your 2%.
I find this sort of business chat awfully boring, and I was planning an early night.
I don't think Stephanie will find it boring to hear who sabotaged Harper Mining.
But she's not around, is she?
Bill McMaster is.
He's already shown how he feels about you. Anyway, what makes you think he's going to believe anything you have to say now?
Because I can prove it.
So why didn't you do that at the time? You, made a deal with Jake, right? Owed him a favor, maybe? And now he wants to call it quits.
You told your husband you were selling out to Jake, naturally.
I don't think that's any of your business.
I just might make it mine.
I think not. And I wouldn't make any more threats if I were you. I'm sure Dennis would be fascinated to hear about your partnership with Jake, in and out of bed. And next time you try to threaten someone, make sure you've got all the cards. I don't scare easily. Although I thought you'd know that.
You won't get away with this.
I already have.
Why don't I take care of her?
She's not important, Olive. But we could use her later on. Besides, I think you've done enough for the moment.
I told you I didn't try to blow up the boat. Just stop them reaching a telephone.
God, Olive, you never know when to stop.
You were right about Stephanie. She did have a child when she was 18.
Didn't believe me, did you?
I had my doubts. And her father, your father, tried to cover up.
The way things are, it might not be important anymore.
No? What if I told you that Stephanie Harper's son is very much alive?
Hi.
Good morning. I love you.
I love you.
Breakfast. I get a sudden feeling I've undercated.
Tom and I don't mind sharing.
Hello, Tom, you old devil.
Good morning.
Dennis, you won't tell anyone about this.
With my reputation, who'd believe me? I don't believe me.
Don't you think Stephanie should be told how things are?
Yes. But this isn't the time.
No. Now, what can I do to put a smile on that serious face?
If you think I'm going to help you worm your way into Tara's, you must be out of your mind.
I'm Stephanie's sister and oldest friend. And right now, you and she are going to need all the allies you can get.
Allies? Like you, Jilly? No thanks.
I was hoping you'd back me up, Bill. I know from Stephanie that Sanders has already made noises about getting rid of Tara's. It'd be a terrible blow to her to get back and find he'd done it.
Chairman or not, he can't do that without Stephanie's approval.
He's a man who takes some stopping once he's made up his mind.
And how could you help? You don't know anything about the fashion industry. The best thing to save Tara's from the axe would be to make it so profitable that Sanders wouldn't dream of sacrificing it.
So, I'll learn. And at least there'll be someone there who knows just how much Tara's means to Stephanie.
You play the loyal friend very convincingly. But you and I go back a long way, Jilly.
Yes, we do. And I've been very loyal to you too, Bill.
Really?
Sanders has been asking some pretty searching questions.
What about?
Well,
I said, what about?
Tom, mostly.
Why would he ask you questions about my son?
Perhaps he suspects the truth.
Jillian, could we stop playing this cat and mouse game?
You don't have to be on guard with me, Bill. I was with Stephanie in Switzerland, remember? After the baby was born.
So?
The child didn't die, Bill. We both know what happened.
What do you want, Jilly?
A chance to get on with my life. I've wasted a lot of time. Taking over Tara's had meant so much to me. A whole new start. I know you'll think about it. Bill.
Hillary, find Tom for me and tell him I want him right away.
Sorry, Mr. McMaster, no one's seen him all day.
I see. Thank you.
Mum? We have to face it.
I can't give up.
They've run out of places to look.
Well, they have to keep on going. I don't care how long it takes or how much it costs.
You can't keep doing this to yourself. It's all over. He's not coming back.
You don't know. You can't. Dennis, I don't think I can bear it.
I think we might put that somewhere a little less conspicuous.
Leave it where it is. You have no authority here.
You said you'd think about putting me in charge.
I'm still thinking about it. You're not helping your case.
It won't cause any problems. I'm sure you'll find Bill McMaster's on my side. And Stephanie, well, my darling sister won't be having any fashion ideas in the next year or so. Unless Tara's gets into widow's wear in a big way. Oh! Well, now, was that meant to put me in my place or turn me on? I never seem to know with you.
Leave Stephanie alone.
Why don't you admit it? You're excited by the fact that she might soon be available.
Shut up.
Haven't gone over to her side, have you?
No, I haven't. But if I ever decided to, there's nothing you could do to stop me.
Except put a bullet in your back.
You wouldn't dare.
Wouldn't I? It's been done before.
Oh, but you're far too clever to start repeating yourself, aren't you?
You give me Tara's and I'll show you just how clever I am.
I thought I'd find you here. And I assume this is what you want.
You're resigning?
I've been involved with Harper mining all my life, and I don't like the way the company is heading or the people who are running it.
Well, I thought we could settle things if we worked at it, Bill.
Never. Not now I know the things that you stoop to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ask her.
Well?
When Tara's is mine.
Shouldn't we talk to Stephanie? I'm sure she's noticed.
Packing up Dan's stuff's probably upsetting her. I'll see how she is. Thought perhaps I might give you a hand.
There's not much more to do.
Let me do that, Mum.
That's okay. There are going to be lots of reminders. I'm just going to have to get used to it. I need time.
Tom and Dennis have the rest of the luggage in reception.
You're in love with Tom, aren't you?
Yes. It didn't seem like the time to talk about it.
I'm very glad for both of you. Hold on to that happiness, Sassy. Don't waste a moment of it.
You ready to go?
There's something I have to do. I just need a bit of time to myself.
Oh, he's gone.
Try to get some sleep.
In a minute.
Doctor's orders. I'm going to sit here until you show me you can be a good patient.
Darling, what about the office? I remember we were trying to get you to a telephone.
The battle's over. Sanders is in charge of Harper Mining now.
Sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Don't be. Means I'll have much more time to look after you. Now, will you go to sleep?
We were having such a wonderful time. Before the accident.
There are going to be lots more wonderful times, my darling. Sleep.
My name cleared. And I want my job back.
Too late for that. I gather Bill's already interviewing replacements.
Oh, you're the chairman. Overrule him. What's Dennis going to think?
Sorry, you'll have to sort out your boyfriend troubles yourself.
I thought my silence about you and Jilly Stewart entitled me to some support.
Are you threatening me?
If I have to.
How about this? There's a job going at Tara's.
Not interested.
Well, anyone else would kill for it. And Dennis need never know you got yourself into hot water.
He's bound to hear.
Oh, I think I can blur the issue a little so that Dennis will give you the benefit of the doubt.
Look who's back.
Hello, Dennis. How's Dr. Marshall? Is he all right?
His condition's serious, but not critical. And we're going
And they're letting him stay at Eden under medical supervision.
I must call Stephanie.
Leave it. She'll have plenty to say to you when she's ready. How are you?
We've just been discussing career moves. As a matter of fact, I've just offered her the job of running Tara's.
And I've decided to accept.
That's terrific.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
Well, well, we are coming up in the world, aren't we? But then I suppose it helps having a special relationship with the boss.
Jilly.
I don't suppose Dennis knows this, but Cassie's been having dealings with the chairman of Harper Mining for quite some time, in and out of bed.
Is this true?
Yes, but she's...
Forget it.
Dennis, wait, please.
Just leave it, will you?
Look, that's just Jilly's version. I wanted to tell you the whole story for ages. I didn't want to hurt you. Or the company. You don't know what Jake's like.
Or you.
Dennis, let me explain.
Is this a private party or can anyone join in?
I'll get you a beer.
I think I might be daring and have a brandy, thanks. I don't know if you realize how grateful I am for all you did during the rescue. I don't think I would have made it through if it hadn't been for you and Sassy.
All's well that ends well.
What's wrong, darling?
Nothing. Everything.
What's happened?
I can't talk about it, Mum.
It might help.
Not this time.
You know, I think that you and Sassy and I got on better in the last few days than we ever have before. Don't let's lose that. You realize how desperately important your family is when your whole world seems to be falling down around you. I do want to help you. Bill.
I can't tell you how worried we've been. And how relieved we are to hear about Dan. How is he?
He's going to be okay.
Now, Steph, we must talk. This is very urgent.
Before you go any further, Bill, I haven't changed my mind. I'm afraid the family has to come first. So if it's to do with business, you better talk to Jake.
Good old Jake.
This has nothing to do with business. This is a lot more important.
Dad?
I've been trying to get onto you for hours. Where the hell have you been?
I've been in the garden. We're engaged.
Oh, darling, I'm so pleased.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
No. No, you can't.
Bill, what is it?
Stephanie, listen to me. Tom is your son. Stephanie, I must tell you.
I can wait.
Oh, there's been too much of that. Believe me, we didn't ever mean to hurt you. After you'd had the baby, Tom, and you were sent overseas, your father insisted that you were to believe the baby had died. He didn't want you looking for him when you were older.
He wanted me to forget I'd ever had a child.
Yes. He ordered me to put the baby out for adoption. I didn't see I had any choice. So I placed him in an orphanage.
We didn't want to. I suppose we were too afraid of Max to do anything else.
Everybody always was.
I felt very guilty about what I'd done. Over the next month, Reyne and I talked about it endlessly. And finally, we realized we couldn't abandon the baby. We'd adopt him ourselves.
It doesn't change what we did. We couldn't have any children of our own.
I went back to the orphanage. It was bending things a bit, but the Mother Superior finally allowed us to adopt the boy. So we took Tom home and brought him up as our own.
Didn't you ever think to tell me?
Always. But I kept on finding reasons to put it off until it was too late. And we didn't want to lose our son. I'm very sorry, Steph. Do try and forgive us.
Yes, of course I forgive you.
I feel so dirty. And I'm so ashamed of what I've done.
Sassy, darling, you weren't to blame. You weren't to know.
It doesn't change anything. You're still my brother. Oh, why couldn't someone have told us before it was too late?
Darling, I just don't know.
Sassy. Darling, we have to talk about this.
No, Mum, I can't.
My poor little girl.
Yes. How's Bill?
He's conscious. He's going to pull through.
Good, good. I'm glad. Darling, why couldn't you trust me enough to tell me about that baby in the first place?
Dan, it was so long ago, and I just wanted to forget about it. It wasn't that I didn't trust you. Please believe that.
Sarah and Tom, they're the ones that are being hurt.
Do you think I don't know that? Darling, forgive me.
And therefore, I can only offer you $3 million for the leases.
Not interrupting anything, am I?
Yours sincerely, etc., Jake Sanders.
Will that be all for now?
Yes, thank you, Hillary.
Thought you would have upgraded the hired help by now.
Get to the point, Jilly. I'm busy.
Too busy to worry about poor Steph. She's just discovered that Tom McMaster is her long-lost illegitimate son.
Really? Very interesting, but hardly the end of the world.
No, but it all helps in the decline and fall of Stephanie Harper.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, you are losing your imagination, darling. The papers would have a field day with that one.
Oh, I can get what I want without playing those vicious little games.
Then your imagination's not all you're losing.
No newspaper stories. Understood.
All right. You have some share certificates of mine. I want them back.
They've served their purpose.
There is one other tiny thing. A little Cassie tart of yours. I want her out of Tara's.
Don't push your luck, Jilly. I'll deal with Cassie when I'm ready.
Good. Don't take too long, will you?
Hi, Rob. Have you seen Sarah?
No, I haven't, Mr. Harper. Ask Cassie. She'll probably know.
For the price you're charging for that silk, we may as well bring it in from Japan for ourselves. Yes, I think you'd better have another look at the quote. Hello, Dennis.
I was looking for Sarah.
She hasn't come in today.
But you have. How long have you been installed here?
I started this week.
Don't tell me no one else had your qualifications, right?
Please don't.
A little reward for services rendered to Jake Sanders?
No, it's not like that. When Tony Taylor...
Well, Stephanie may have lost control of Harper Mining, but at least she didn't lose you.
Let's hope that's some consolation.
Oh,
We decided that there were more important things than the company.
I suppose so. Still, it does seem a pity to let that dreadful Sanders take over.
no, I'm not sure the battle's over yet.
Aren't you?
No.
Well, I won't overtire you. I'll come and visit you again soon. It's a miracle that you're both still alive. Thank God.
Yes, there's something went right for a change.
You mean Harper's?
I mean everything. Jilly, how well do you know Jake Sanders?
We've met. You know how I feel about him. Why?
I wondered if you'd helped him.
What do you mean? Why on earth would I have done that?
Because you still really hate me.
How can you say that?
Because, Jilly, ever since the day you got out of prison, things have been going wrong. Now, I have tried not to admit the possibility that you might have something to do with it. But I'm afraid I have to ask.
Oh, you
bitch. You've made a mess of things and now you need someone to blame. Well, you can find yourself another scapegoat, Stephanie.
Jilly, wait. Look at me. Did you help Sanders get control of Harper's?
No, I didn't. But I suspect Dennis's little girlfriend, Cassie, did. My shares in Harper Mining, 2%. This morning I received a query from my broker. According to the stock exchange reports, these were transferred to Sanders' account over a fortnight ago. So the computer claims.
And you didn't sell them to Sanders?
No. But I'm sure Cassie made it look as though I did.
Now, why would she want to do that?
Oh, Steph, you're so naive. If you weren't so willing to trust everybody except me, you'd have considered the possibility that she was working for Sanders all along.
Why didn't you tell me about the shares the moment you suspected something?
I couldn't prove anything. I wasn't sure that you cared any more about the company.
Well, I didn't think I did. But I find now I can't let it go.
Also, I knew you had other things to worry about. Tom, for example.
You know?
Only rumors. But they confirmed a lot of suspicions I'd had all along. It seemed very strange that a couple of weeks after your baby died, Bill and Reyne adopted a child themselves.
Why didn't you tell me all this before?
I thought you knew what had happened and just wanted to forget about it.
I had no idea.
Didn't you even guess?
Oh, I knew Dad was capable of lying to me, but it never occurred to me that Bill and Reyne would.
Oh, Steph, I'm sorry. And I apologize for getting angry. Given what you're going through, I should understand how you feel. Poor darling.
What a mess. Thanks to our dear mother.
She didn't even know Tom was still alive.
We didn't even know there was a possibility that he existed.
I guess when they told her he died, she just wanted to forget.
I wish I could. Another claim into the family fortune.
Is that all you can think about?
You know what Mum's like. She tried to buy off Jilly for $5 million. I wonder what a bastard son is worth.
Oh, Dennis, will you stop it? If you think it's bad for you, imagine what it's like for me and Tom.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh.
Darling, back from Hong Kong already?
Yes. I was expecting you to meet me at the airport.
I'm sorry, I was busy.
So I see.
Well, you do like me to look nice for you, don't you?
If it is for me.
Of course it is.
I tried to phone you from Hong Kong at least half a dozen times. You weren't here.
So now I'm expected to be a prisoner in my own home, is that it?
Of course not. But I would like to know where you've been. I don't see why you mind telling me.
It's your attitude that I mind. I've tried so hard to prove to all of you that I've changed, but it seems no matter what I do, I'm always going to be under suspicion.
Well, perhaps I wouldn't be so suspicious if you'd managed to stay home at least one night while I was away.
Oh, God, Philip, please stop all this childish nonsense.
Where are you going now?
Out. Perhaps if I leave you alone for a while, you might decide to be a bit nicer to me.
Cassie Jones, please. Philip Stewart? Yes. I got your note. When can we meet?
Sarah, we've got to talk.
No.
You can't just leave things the way they are.
I think you better leave, Thomas.
Dennis, back off. I'm not leaving until I've spoken to Sarah.
No? I said back off. All right, if that's the way you feel, come on.
Oh, come on, don't be stupid.
Leave him alone.
Keep out of his ass. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh.
Stop it, both of you! Stop it!
It's so good to see you back.
It's good to see you too, Hilary.
And how's Dr. Marshall?
He's still weak, but he's improving all the time.
I'm so glad. Oh, Miss Harper, I'm awfully sorry about this, but Mr. Sanders is using your office.
Is he indeed? Thank you, Hilary.
Stephanie,
Mr. Sanders, I see you've made yourself comfortable.
it was a board decision.
So I'm told. But since you had the share transfer tampered with, I'm sure I can have that decision reversed.
Excuse me, Miss Harper, that's a serious accusation.
I'm aware of that.
My understanding is that Cassie made a mistake on the computer. She's been transferred.
Clever.
Thank you.
But I'm damned if I'm going to leave it at that.
Stephanie, it doesn't have to be like this. You and I could make a formidable team. Between us, we could make this the biggest company in the Pacific.
Really?
I don't want to destroy you. I want to build this company with you.
Go to hell.
All right. If you won't cooperate, I'm going to have to get you out of Harper's as soon as possible.
You can always try.
I don't want to do it.
Good day, gentlemen.
Why won't she accept a compromise? I don't want to destroy her.
You don't?
No. No, not now.
Look, if you are falling in love with her, remember what it did to your brother.
Greg was a bloody fool. I know that now.
I'm sorry. I feel I should resign.
No, don't do that. It's not over yet. Can you get me a call through to Prince Armal, Persian Gulf? I'll be in the boardroom.
Are you sure that's what you want?
I can't think of anyone I trust more to exercise my proxy vote at Harper's. And I suspect it's going to be needed. Now, Tom, how am I going to broach this subject that everyone's skirting around?
I know we should never have done it, and I know we should have told you.
Mum, whatever happened, you're still my mother and I love you. And that goes for you too, Dad.
I thought you wouldn't forgive us.
Hey, now, come on, you know you're not supposed to get Dad upset. We've been together now a long time. You've proved you love me 100 times over. I can't just wipe that. And more importantly, I don't want to.
Oh, what lovely flowers.
The nurse said she'd put them in some water.
Well,
You're leaving.
yes, I've got to. But I'll call back later.
Tom, can I have a word with you before you go?
Sure.
I won't be a moment. To say we need to talk is something of an understatement. Tom, I know it's too late for me to be your mother in anything but name.
I've got a mother already. She's in there.
Yes, I know. And believe me, I don't want to change your feelings towards
You
Reyne.
couldn't. Oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, then let me try. Oh, for heaven's sake, despite everything, you are my son. And whatever that comes to mean is up to
It
us.
can't ever come to anything. Because of Sarah. Excuse me.
I'll take that, thanks, Susie.
Oh, very good.
Did you enjoy your swim?
Yes, thanks. No crocodiles.
And tell not to make those kind of remarks around this house, Julie.
Sorry. How insensitive of me.
Police never did charge anyone.
You had a damn good try at me. I suspect Stephanie still thinks I might have been responsible.
Were you?
Is that a serious question?
Depends on the answer.
I don't believe this. First Stephanie, now you. What exactly are you accusing me of having done?
I'm not accusing you of anything, Jilly. I'm merely asking a question. It's strange when you think you're about to die. You begin to see things with a certain amount of clarity.
I don't believe this.
That's just the problem, Jilly. None of us can. None of us can really quite believe that somehow you may be responsible for what's been happening. Stephanie don't even consider it as a possibility. It would probably destroy her.
Dad, you talk about my loyalty. What about hers? Did you know about her illegitimate child?
That's irrelevant.
What's more, you probably don't even know who the father is.
I was looking for Cassie.
She's not here.
How are you, Sass?
Trying to pretend that life goes on. Not very successfully.
Hello. I'm not having much luck finding you on your own.
Maybe that's a good thing.
We can't avoid each other forever.
I'll leave you to it.
No, Mum, you don't have to go.
No, of course not. We can all have a nice chat about how you ruined our lives.
Please, Tom.
Tom, you have every right to be angry. But for Sarah's sake, I beg you to listen to me. Now, what happened on the island was wrong, but it's not the end of the world.
What if it wasn't wrong?
Tom, your brother and sister, you have to face it.
Why do I? All my life I've been thinking I'm one person. Now you want me suddenly to believe I'm someone else? You and Mum and Dad, you all lied to me before. Why should I accept what you're saying now?
Because it's true.
If it'll ease your mind, I'm sure you can look at the birth records.
All that'll prove is that I was born, not that you're my mother.
Well, if you ever do want to talk to me, I'm available. Anytime. I'll wait for you in the car, Sassy.
No, Mum, I'll come now. Goodbye, Tom.
Are you all right?
You? I wish Tom didn't feel that way about you.
I'd probably feel the same in his position.
I don't. I still love you.
Thank you, Sassy. You've no idea what a difference it makes.
All the same, I wish it wasn't true because I love Tom. I know I have to get over it, and I suppose I will eventually, but it's not going to happen overnight.
I know. Oh, Sassy, I'm so sorry about everything.
Mum, Tom's father, was he special?
Yes, he was. Very.
Like his son?
Just like his son.
Mr. Stewart?
Cassie, I think I should tell you that I'm seeing you against my better judgment.
I understand that. I've only come to you because I don't seem to have any choice.
You said it was about Jilly. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.